This morning, the VP debate will bring you the key moments of the night and fact-check the candidates.
Plus, Trump in Dane County, what supporters who were there waiting outside had to say. Good morning and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on this Wednesday, October 2nd. I'm Kyrie Lee.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us this morning. A lot of politics to get to today, but the weather, it's like fall finally is turning.
Yes, all the feels.
It's showing up.
Yeah, like I actually asked people on my Facebook yesterday, like, what's their favorite things to do? So I'll have to take a look at those responses.
Oh, plenty to do. Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to see those. You get some good ideas. Our viewers have some great suggestions on what to do in the fall. Let's check in with Savannah Brito. She's outside this morning getting feels on the patio. Hey there.
Hey guys, yeah, our viewers definitely do have a lot of great suggestions. When I moved here earlier this spring, I actually asked what the best beaches around and found a lot of good responses. So I'm sure that Kyrie, you have a lot of good responses too. It's a little on the cooler side this morning. Temperatures are right about 40 degrees. A few areas slightly cooler than that, but the majority of not only southern Wisconsin, but the entire state waking up to the 40s, a couple of mid 40s out there as well. We will see temperatures warm, so yeah, you'll want the jacket or sweatshirt this morning, but you're not going to need that this afternoon because temperatures are going to be pushing 70 degrees. A couple of us might only achieve daytime highs this afternoon in the upper 60s, but nonetheless we'll be right near that 70-degree mark. The forecast high this afternoon, 71 in Madison. It's not breezy right now. Winds are actually calm in Madison. A few areas, mainly near La Crosse, Decorah, Iowa, so well to our northwest. Those are about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Close to that, we'll see these continue to increase. So yeah, it'll be another breezy day out there where wind gusts unfortunately top out at 25 to 30 miles per hour, but at least we'll have near 70-degree temperatures. And guys, lots of sunshine. No rain today, but we'll talk about when that'll be the case coming up. All
right, sounds good. Talk to you then. To our 3 for the People coverage now. Last night, vice presidential candidates went head-to-head for the first and likely the last time.
It lasted roughly 90 minutes. CBS's Jared Hill has some of the top moments.
A handshake set the tone for a mostly civil debate. Vice presidential candidates J.D. Vance and Tim Walz, in their first meeting, sparred over top issues like Iran and abortion.
We trust women, we trust doctors. Let the individual states make their abortion policy.
And gun violence.
We unfortunately have a mental health crisis in this country.
Sometimes it just is the guns. It's just the guns.
At times, the discussion more tense, like this exchange over the 2020 election.
Did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future. Did Kamala Harris censor Americans from speaking their mind in the wake of the 2020 COVID situation?
That is a damning non-answer.
While talking immigration, Walz challenged Vance over his past comments about Haitian migrants living in Ohio.
That vilified a large number of people who were here legally.
He's very worried about the things that I've said in Springfield. The people that I'm most worried about in Springfield, Ohio, are the American citizens who have had their lives destroyed by Kamala Harris's open border.
In a new CBS News poll, debate watchers said the tone last night was generally positive. 42% said Vance won versus 41% for Walz. The rest said it was a tie. Though more said they think Walz is more prepared to be president. Walz also ranked higher on abortion and health care, while Vance got the edge on the economy and immigration.
I've been impressed by the civility and the addressing of the issues.
After the debate, Vance sat for a cable news interview, while Walz and his wife Gwen grabbed pizza. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Today, both nominees will be back on the campaign trail in crucial swing states. Senator Vance will be in Michigan, while Governor Tim Walz travels to Pennsylvania. Well, our team went through the claims made by both VP candidates during yesterday's debate.
And our Michelle Renee Quinn joins us now with a fact check of some of the statements made. Michelle Renee, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, that's right. Throughout the duration of the debate, both candidates made several not so true claims. Let's start with Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, Donald Trump's running mate. Vance was asked about his record and views on abortion. The Ohio senator stated he had never supported a national abortion ban.
Well, Nora, first of all, I never supported a national ban. I did when I was running for Senate in 2022 talk about setting some minimum national standard. For example, we have a partial birth abortion ban in place in this country at the federal level.
This is misleading. Vance has shown support for a ban with some restrictions. He has previously described himself as 100% pro-life, but his rhetoric appears to have shifted to align closer to Trump since becoming his running mate. Now let's look at some of the claims made by Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Kamala Harris's running mate. Walz said Trump told oil executives if they give him money, they could do whatever they want.
To call it a hoax and to take the oil company executives to Mar-a-Lago, say, give me money for my campaign and I'll let you do whatever you want.
This is an exaggeration. Trump didn't say, quote, anything, but he did say he would roll back Biden's climate laws and prevent new ones if they give him $1 billion. For more fact checks on the vice presidential debate, be sure to visit our 3 for the People coverage on channel3000.com.
All right, Michelle Renee, a lot to go through this morning. Yeah. Great section on the website. Thank you.
Well, during the debate, former President Trump accused the moderators of being biased and fake news. Those comments came after his 2 campaign stops here in Wisconsin, including his first to Dane County. Former Wisconsin governors Tommy Thompson and Scott Walker rallied the crowd before the main event in Waunakee. They reminded everyone that as blue as Dane County is, it still holds the largest shares of Republican voters in the state. Trump showed confidence in winning Wisconsin. He recalled talking with Thompson during his run in 2016.
He said, sir, you're wasting your time. You're not going to win Wisconsin. But if for any reason I see a change, I'm going to call you back and you'll come up and you'll close it up. And he called me about 3 weeks later. He said, it's time to come up. You're going to win this thing.
Trump talked about the economy, immigration, Social Security, and foreign policy in the wake of Iran's attack on Israel. Trump says he's considered a target of Iran.
Over 5,000 people went to yesterday's event. Officials say 4,500 of them could not get inside, though, because of limited space. We spoke with some folks outside about the issues they care about.
Address the border issue, of course, that's major. The crime that's occurring and the illegals in this country now, it's not a good situation for anybody in any state. It's not just border states.
What we've been, the last 4 years when he was in, I hope he continues what we had going and brings that back. Like the border, closing that down, get the manufacturing going the way it should be.
After his visit to Waunakee, Trump then headed to Milwaukee. Vice President Harris will be back in Wisconsin this week. She's going to make a campaign stop in the Fox Valley tomorrow. The Democratic Party of Wisconsin's website says the event will happen between 3 and 6 p.m. The exact location, though, is not yet made public. Her rally in Madison just about 2 weeks ago was the last time Harris was in Wisconsin.
Now to the war in the Middle East. Israel's prime minister is vowing they will retaliate for Iran's missile attack. Iran launched at least 180 ballistic missiles toward Israel yesterday evening. Many shot down by Israel and the U.S. Navy on President Joe Biden's orders. Iranian officials say some missiles did land. The Pentagon is sending military support. This includes aircraft and less than 3,000 soldiers to join the 40,000 on the ground. The escalation is sparking growing fears of an expanding war. All this comes after Israel invaded Lebanon. Now to some local news. The Dane County residents can make their voices heard on October 9th. The Dane County Board of Supervisors will hold a public hearing on the proposed 2025 budget. The information for the hybrid hearing can be found on the agenda. This will be posted October 4th. More information about the budget process is available on the county's website.
6:08 now, checking in with Savannah Brito. What's coming up in your forecast? Hey, Savannah.
Hey guys, it's not as breezy outside, at least this morning compared to what we had yesterday, but when those winds are expected to pick up, and I'll track your next chance of rain.
And we're in the 608 this morning, hanging out with Captain the Cow at the World Dairy Expo. We're going to talk about the impact for this in the community and also meet some of the team members of Captain the Cow coming up next.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning, brought to you by Toyota.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can lease a tough new 2024 Tacoma for $319 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Joan Ballwood wants to ban abortion. even in cases of rape, incest, and when the mother's life is at risk.
And would jail doctors who perform them.
Ballweek voted to ban birth control, too, and to deny rape victims emergency contraception.
Banning all abortions and birth control? No one wants to tell you what to do with your body
more than Joan Ballweek.
But she can't tell you what to do with your vote.
Stanton Optical believes eye care should be affordable. Right now, for only $135, you get 2 pairs of progressives, plus all this. All that costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical, easy's our thing. Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Fentanyl is killing over 1,000 people a year in Wisconsin. New reporting shows that Eric Hubdy is doing business with a bank accused of links to the Mexican drug cartel. Banco Azteca loaded up $26 million in cash and flew it to Eric Hubdy's bank in California. Other U.S. banks have cut ties with this Mexican bank, but Eric Hubdy took their money. That's 26 million more reasons you can't trust Eric Hubdy.
Kamala Harris is going to significantly raise taxes.
Taxes are going to have to go up?
Kamala's plan will raise families' taxes by nearly $2,600 a year. Under Kamala, prices have already soared. Now she'd make it worse with even higher taxes.
Taxes are going to have to go up?
President Trump will cut taxes again. No taxes on tips, overtime, or Social Security.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
After my son was born, I was having a hard time leaving him, only being able to see him once before going to work and then once before bed. That's just not enough time.
At my old job, my entire check went to daycare to pay to be away from my child. We bring our kids with us in the mornings and they ride with us on our routes and then they go to school.
I'm on a route where I'm the one dropping my kids off at school. It's been phenomenal.
Being able to bring them with me has been really great for our family.
Introducing TPC Wisconsin, Madison's elite golf club with worldwide privileges, plus extraordinary amenities to keep you active year-round, to keep you fit and well-equipped for the course, to keep you connected to what matters the most. Play where the pros play with an exclusive membership at TPC Wisconsin. Make it your club today.
Watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We're back now at 6:12 with an update on the devastation left by Hurricane Helene. The number of people killed by the storm continues to rise. Officials say as of last night, 162 people are dead. Many more remain missing. It's now the second deadliest hurricane to hit the U.S. mainland in the last 50 years. President Joe Biden is scheduled to visit Raleigh, North Carolina today in their Emergency Operations Center. Many parts of the state remain in tatters. And Helene's wrath still being felt in South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Virginia, and Tennessee.
Let's check in now with meteorologist Savannah Burrito. What can people expect as they head out the door this morning?
It's definitely on the cooler side, at least early this morning. But notice also we don't have as gusty or as breezy of conditions. At least right now, winds are calm. That's not going to be the case by later this afternoon, but neither are the temperatures this low. We're at 41 right now under mostly clear skies. The sunshine and the clear skies, that's going to stick with us all day. But winds are going to increase. Sustained winds by lunchtime already pushing about 15 miles per hour, but when you factor in the wind gust, those are actually going to be approaching that 20 to 25, even close to 30 mile per hour threshold, and temperatures are going to warm up. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s by lunchtime and then topping out at about 71, most of us, upper 60s, lower 70s this afternoon. So warmer than yesterday, not quite as fall-like. Our winds are back out of the south, but again, those increase. We top out somewhere near 70. There's a good chance a few of us only make it up to 60 67, 68, or 69. But I still think with the southerly wind and the sunshine, we'll top out at 71 here at the Madison airport. Some clouds overnight. I still think will be mostly clear. Temperatures are not going to fall as much tonight. Those only falling to about 50. But then we will start to see some even warmer weather. Our winds are back out of the north as early as tomorrow. And then by tomorrow night into early Friday, some shower chances finally start to increase. This will be associated with a cold front as that swings in from the northwest. I think most of the shower activity early Friday morning, this is about between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m., is still going to be northwest of Madison. Those then track in southeast. Notice it's not widespread or a lot of rain, and it's going to be brief, but that's really our only chance going over the next couple of days. Beyond that, we dry back up. Lots of sunshine going to return as early as Friday. That'll take us into the first half of the weekend with a high of 77 on Saturday. So it's looking like a really nice weekend, 70 on Sunday. A couple of days where we're going to be cooler Monday and Tuesday, but then the 70s return midweek next week.
All right, Savannah, thank you. What's going on in the 608? The World Dairy Expo. It's going on this week in Madison.
That's right. And Josh Sprider is live at the Alliant Energy Center with what's happening this year. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. World Dairy Expo underway this morning, and we've got a special treat and a special visitor for you. Actually, 3 special visitors, but one a little bit more special maybe here this morning. We have Captain the Cow, Olivia, and Anna joining us here at the World Dairy Expo. Olivia, I want to start with you because you're a junior exhibitor, and this is your first year at the World Dairy Expo.
Yes, it has been super exciting so far. I showed Captain on Tuesday. This is the only animal we've brought down here. So I've been exhibiting for about 7 years now, but this is like the biggest show I've ever went to.
What's it like for you to be here at the expo? Because this is a whole different level for you.
It's amazing. I have a lot of friends here, but also the competition is a lot bigger, and there are a lot of better animals here because it's the World Dairy Expo. People are coming from Canada and other places around the United States. So it's really cool.
What does it mean to be a junior exhibitor? Like, what do you all have to do?
So I'm in the junior category, which is all of the younger people that are exhibiting here. And then I'm competing with all of the open class, but me and Captain were 3rd of the junior show when we showed yesterday.
Which, that's pretty big news, right?
Yes.
You know, when you're out here every single day, obviously there's a lot of work that goes into this. This isn't just you showing up. There's a lot of background that you have to do to going into this.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of preparation. We've been prepping for a long time. I showed Captain as a calf, and it was always kind of a goal of ours that she could come to Expo, so we made that happen. Lots of preparation in her diet and walking her and washing her and growing her hair, and yeah, it's a lot of behind-the-scenes work.
Oh, I can imagine. And I want to bring you in here, too, as well, because you're Captain's owner, and, of course, it takes a whole team to be able to pull this off.
Yes, absolutely. So, though Captain, at the end of the day, Livy's in the ring with Captain, and that's who's exhibiting her. But just to get her here, there is probably 20 individuals that are putting in the effort. If it's making sure that she's in a safe barn and she's in an environment that's perfect for her to grow properly, and then the people that are washing her and walking her and getting her down here, trimming her feet, anything that's like that to get her ready. We had a whole team of people behind that, and if you were here to see it yesterday, it was fantastic to see her walking down to the ring. She had a tail of 15 people behind her walking down to see how she's going to perform because they were so proud of all the effort they put in with her.
I love that. And, you know, what's it like for you guys to be a part of the expo? Because this is such a big deal for Wisconsin farmers.
Absolutely. We're super proud of what we do here. The agriculture industry in Wisconsin is $1.48 billion. And though that consists of a lot more than just dairy products, that's an array of different things. We're so proud of what we do, and we love being able to showcase that, even if it's just other exhibitors that appreciate it or people that are international visitors that don't have the background with ag but are curious in it.
And obviously there are so many people here. This is such an opportunity for you guys to meet and mingle with so many other people in the industry.
Absolutely. Not only are there obviously tons of animals here, over 1,000 different animals here, there's a huge exhibit that's showcasing different agriculture products that farmers are able to utilize, if that's equipment or if it's the feed products that go into their animals to make them show ready. Farmers are able to utilize everything here to make themselves better at the end of the day for the industry.
Oh, I love it. Well, Anna, Olivia, thank you so much. We appreciate your time here this morning. If you'd like to learn more about the World Dairy Expo, again, underway right now, going through this week, and go to the story up on channel3000.com. Any final words, Captain? That's all from the Alliant Energy Center, folks. We'll send it back to you.
Josh, that was so good that you fooled Kyrie on.
I literally thought, like, maybe he needs to take up a new career. Animal impersonations. He wants you to move out of the way, Josh.
I got you. I'm utterly fantastic with the
Oh, Josh, stop it.
We could go all day with this. We could go all day.
Stop it. All right, we're cutting you off. Josh is always looking for inspiration to share in the 608. You can reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
And still ahead, we have a list of best convenience stores in America. That list is out, where Quick Trip ranks.
And coming up in our next half hour, I'm hitting the streets to talk to voters about the Madison schools referendum.
And as we head to break, here's a look at gas prices this morning. Time now is 6:19. We'll be right back.
The Packers face the Rams Sunday at 3:25.
I'm a nurse in Wisconsin, and my patients don't want politicians like Eric Hovde making their healthcare decisions.
I am totally opposed to abortion.
Hovde means what he says about opposing reproductive rights.
Eric Hovde supported overturning Roe v. Wade, which led to an abortion ban in Wisconsin.
And that's a ban with no exceptions for rape or incest.
What Hovde supports criminalizes abortion and doctors like me.
We need to vote against Eric Hovde.
Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
Sometimes the smallest cracks can cause the biggest chills. This fall, watch out for The Draft.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Not everyone knows us, but in Wisconsin, Illinois, and Indiana, we are famous in our field. As a Sloan's technician, customer service is our specialty, whether you come to see us or we come to you. We are in the business of supporting your business, and we are highly trained to work on your John Deere equipment. At Sloan's, our loyalty lies with you. We depend on you, and we are proud to serve you. When it comes to service, you can count on us. Remember, think Sloan's first.
Senator Baldwin claims she's doing something about the fentanyl crisis and says she got a major fentanyl bill passed. But Senator Baldwin is lying. The bill's main sponsor, Senator Tim Scott, had this to say.
As the primary sponsor, I've never had a single conversation with Tammy about this bill, period.
Career politicians like Senator Baldwin are always lying about something. Senator Baldwin, she's extreme, radical, and wrong.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Here's the secret worth sharing. Robertson, Wisconsin's aesthetic leader, has nurses that specialize in custom treatment plans. Always natural, never overfilled. Time to learn how aging is different at Robertson.
You've got this. Your big moment on their big day. The dress? Another one you'll never wear. Gift? Practical. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay on direct deposits. So when you get invited to your third destination wedding in as many months, we'll be there with you.
When we first met Todd, we thought Jen was kidding.
You've got this with Associated Bank.
I'm Joan Balwig, and these days the cost to make Great-Grandma Balwig's Blue Ribbon banana bread is, well, just nuts. Wisconsin families are feeling the pinch of inflation, even on the basics. That's why I work to put dough back in your pockets. Led the effort to defend our family farms and pass the biggest tax cut in state history, because the only way to make life affordable again is to do what banana bread does and bring everyone to the table.
6:23 on your Wednesday morning. This photo from Phil. He says this is fall harvest in front of the M in Platteville. So there you go. Got all the fall fields there. Got the machinery out there.
Do you know what kind of machine that is?
Do you?
No.
Oh, well, I thought that you may have a farm or something of such sorts.
There's a tractor. I don't know what it's pulling, though.
Combine.
I'm not gonna. I think, but if I say it and I'm wrong, I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Yeah, so I try to just stay in my lane. Thank you, Phil. This is a nice photo. Keep sending those photos in. Hashtag MyNews3Morning.
All right, trending this morning, an official winner has been crowned in the battle for best convenience store in America. So where does Quick Trip rank? That's what I wanted to know. Well, not at the top. That's Wawa. The Philadelphia-based convenience store took the top spot with the highest marks for customer satisfaction among all U.S. chains. That's according to a new survey of customers released Tuesday by the American Customer Satisfaction Index. Quick Trip with the Q placed second, and Buc-ee's and Murphy USA tied for third. Our Quick Trip came in at 7th on the list. Second, though, for Midwest chains behind the other Quick Trip. Food quality was a defining factor for all the top chains, higher than average scores. Now, as newcomers to Wisconsin, be honest, Quick Trip with a K compared to Quick Trip with a Q, what do you think?
I don't know. I feel like that the food variety is a little bit better at the Quick Trip with the K. I will give them that.
Yep. Yeah, I love Quick Trip with
Quick
the K.
QT just has like, they're mostly known for like their hot dogs and stuff. You know? But
they got good bathrooms. I'll give them the bathrooms.
Yeah,
I've never been to a Quick Trip bathroom that hasn't been clean.
I try not to go to the gas station bathrooms, but yeah.
Well, that too.
Only 83 more days until Christmas. How you doing with your shopping? The world's oldest toy store, Hamleys in Great Britain, is out with its top 10 toy list of the year. There's a new Stitch toy from Lilo and Stitch. They have a new movie coming out soon. And a Moana singing doll also on the list. They've got another movie coming out. There's also a lifelike baby doll. This is the doll right here. Look how lifelike that looks.
Very real, yeah.
And a Lego Transformer. That's more geared towards adults, but yeah, it's going to be coming up quick.
You said 83 days. That's crazy. We'll have what it'll feel fall like again coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
4 years ago, in this alley, rioters threw a brick at my face and knocked out my teeth. Why? Because I was a police officer. And what did Kamala Harris do? While America's cities were burning, Kamala was defending peaceful protest. She raised millions to help bail rioters out of jail and supported defunding our police, making us all less safe. Kamala Harris is dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Sometimes the smallest cracks can cause the biggest chills. And something sinister is lurking in the shadows.
What was that?
To survive, they must seal their fate.
Not working.
With Feldco.
50% off Windows ends soon. Come now.
This fall, watch out for The Draft.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Rich, indulgent chocolate with a luscious caramel filling. Discover Ghirardelli Caramel Squares in a bag and a bar. Makes life a bite better.
At Janesville Nissan, we treat our customers the way we want to be treated. It's in everything we do and every deal we make. You won't find that at most other dealerships. Come see why you'll feel great buying a vehicle from Janesville Nissan. Exceptional savings, award-winning service.
Every holiday season, you have in-laws in the spare, the twins in the office, and Uncle Teddy on the sofa. Sounds like it's time for a serious sleep upgrade. During the pre-holiday sale at Denver Mattress. Shop today and save because everything is on sale. Like the Queen Size Summit, now only $332.49. Save $200 on all Doctor's Choice hybrid mattresses and get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Or get 48 months no interest and free shipping. The pre-holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need, because they're a part of them, because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
This morning, we are fact-checking the candidates in the VP debate and bringing you local expert analysis.
Plus, the Brewers open up their playoff action against the Mets. Find out if they got the win in Game 1.
And 3 for the people. I hit the streets to find out what the people want to know about the Madison schools referendum. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning on a chilly Wednesday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Onley. Thanks for waking up with us. Time to break out those coats in the morning and everything else because those lows overnight.
Yeah, it's starting to get down there. Just giving us a little taste. Boy, you really felt that cold front move in yesterday.
Yeah, I miss I'm already missing walking outside to the warmth. Like when you don't feel the warmth when you walk out anymore, it's disappointing.
Oh, Kyrian. Oh, Kyrian. It's gonna be a good 6 months or so, 7 months at least, until we feel that again.
I'm bracing myself.
All right, let's check in with Savannah Brito. She's out on the patio this morning with how it's feeling out there. Hey there.
Hey, I'm glad to say it's not humid, though. I definitely don't miss those mornings where we didn't fall below 70 and it was really sticky outside. Far off from that this morning. We're 17 degrees cooler than yesterday at this time at the Madison Airport. 5 in La Crosse, 11 in Black River Falls, and 13 in Monroe. So roughly 10 to 15 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. A couple areas are closer to 20. We're waking up right near that 40-degree mark, still at 41. That's so far the lowest we've dropped in Madison this morning. That was the forecast overnight low. And then temperatures rising not as quick as what we had yesterday, but we'll see temperatures warm faster or more higher than what we had yesterday. There's the right word. 71, the forecast high. Yesterday, it was kind of nice outside. It was fall-like. I'm glad I got to open the windows, but still, it was a few degrees below average yesterday. That won't be the case going forward, though. Temperature is already going to be pushing 60 by 10 a.m., and then we'll likely see about 66, 67 degrees by lunchtime. Most areas should top out right at 70. I do think there'll be a couple areas that only achieve the upper 60s, but we will likely see 71 in Madison this afternoon. That's going to last a little while, but we still have a taste of fall in the forecast over the next 10 days. We'll talk about that and the next chance of rain coming up.
All right, talk to you then. To our 3 for the People coverage now. Voters now have their first side-by-side look at the 2 vice presidential candidates.
Governor Tim Walz and Senator J.D. Vance took to the debate stage in the only scheduled vice presidential debate. CBS organized the debate last night. It lasted 90 minutes and focused on several key issues, including the economy, immigration, foreign policy, abortion, and gun violence. The running mates showed agreement with each other on several occasions. This is despite their campaigns contrasting views on most topics. 2 examples of this came in discussions about the economy and immigration.
Donald Trump was the guy who created the largest trade deficit in American history with China. So the rhetoric is good. Much of what the senator said right there, I'm in agreement with him on this. I watched it happen too. I watched it to my communities, and we talked about that.
Now, Tim just mentioned a bunch of ideas. Now, some of those ideas I actually think are halfway decent, and some of them I disagree with. But the most important thing here is Kamala Harris is not running as a newcomer to politics. She is the sitting vice president. And a whole host of other economic goods, too.
Political expert Brendan Scholes spoke with us after the debate. Here's what he had to say about who won.
Was there a clear winner tonight?
No, I don't think so. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, the goal here, again, is to make sure you put your issues, your message on the table so people can assess them and think about them and maybe make some decisions. Do you do that in 5 seconds in the debate? No, but
This debate is most likely the last one before Election Day, 5 weeks from now.
Our team went through the claims made by both VP candidates during yesterday's debate.
Our Michelle Renee Quinn joins us now with a fact check of some of the statements made. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, throughout the duration of the debate, both candidates made claims that were not true or only partially true. Beginning with Democratic Vice Presidential nominee Tim Walz, he said border crossings are down since when Donald Trump took office. Now, that statement is not entirely true. Numbers are down. Migrant crossing at the U.S.-Mexican border remain at their lowest levels since 2020. Now, moving on to Donald Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, he said Harris already had the chance to pass policies the last few years. Now, that statement is not true. The vice president has no role in proposing legislation or signing any policies. Their legislative action is limited to casting tie-breaking votes in the Senate. For more fact checks on the vice presidential debate, be sure to visit our 3 for the People coverage on channel3000.com.
All right, Michelle Renee, thank you for that.
Absolutely.
6:34 now. Happening today, you'll have the chance to hear from the 2 candidates for Dane County Executive. Melissa Agard and Dana Pelleban will be at Madison Area Technical College for a candidate forum. It's this afternoon from 12:30 to 2 at the Truax Field campus. There is a live stream, too, if you can't make it in person. Those details are on our website. The event will feature questions focused on student civic engagement. Those topics include funding for public education, affordable housing and homelessness, public transportation, and more. There will be time at the end of the forum to ask questions. As part of our 3 for the People coverage, we're diving into a different issue each week. And this week, we're focusing on the upcoming Madison schools referendum. This morning, we're answering the voters' questions. I'm with News 3. Can I ask you about the Madison schools referendum? Can I talk to you about the Madison schools referendum? With hundreds of millions of dollars on the line this November, we asked voters, have you heard about this school referendum?
Not much. I haven't really paid attention too much yet.
No, I haven't at all.
Joe, I don't know anything about the Madison schools referendum.
That's kind of why we're doing this story. What do you want to know?
Which schools are they renovating and why?
This is what the vast majority of the money would be spent on. One question, asking for $507 million to renovate or replace 10 schools. Shabazz, Chicasa Anana, Blackhawk, Cherokee Heights, Crestwood, Gompers, Orchard Ridge, Senate, Sherman, and Toki schools. The board considered their locations and other factors and gave priority to buildings with critical HVAC and plumbing needs. MMSD's website says, imagine updated classrooms with the latest educational tools, renovated libraries, and cafeterias.
Seems like a lot for 10 schools.
Any investment in our public schools, I'd be willing to support.
Is there anything you want to know about where your money would be going?
Sure, I'd like to know exactly what type of public school programs.
This is part of the other question, which asks for $100 million for operating expenses. The programs would be for 4K and early learning, multilingual education, middle school career exploration, and expanded extracurricular activities. Here was the reaction when we told people about the $607 million total.
A lot of money.
I don't think it sounds realistic. I don't.
It's ridiculous. People are already struggling and you're asking for more money.
Property owners would pay it all. The owner of a home in a neighborhood like this, if both questions pass, would pay an extra $3,800 over 4 years. Totally worth it to you.
It's worth it to me, yes.
They're always asking for more money for Madison schools. That's not new. I used to own property in this neighborhood, and they asked for money for the schools. I always gave it to them. But I always really wondered what the hell they were doing with it.
What do you say to people like that?
I completely understand that there's a certain level of fatigue and strain around seeing your property taxes increase. As a homeowner in Madison, I don't think anybody wants their life to get more expensive. And I think that at the end of the day, we are defined by the way we show up for one another's kids.
I'll have more on the Madison school referendums tonight on News 3 Now at 10, where we're going to get into the cost of all this, who's going to be paying for it, and a way where you can find out exactly how much it would cost you.
I know the cost is a big thing here. Are these referendums common among school districts?
Well, it's the state funding formula. It's putting these districts in a tough spot where, to keep up with rising costs, they're kind of forced to go back to the public every few years to ask for more money. One more note on who's paying for all this. You know, it comes down to property tax owners. So we talk about, oh, this is going to be X amount of dollars for property taxes. But if you don't own a home, it's still likely going to impact you because the people who do own it are going to have to pass that cost on to the renters. So when we're talking about the housing crisis here and how large rent prices have gotten, this is definitely going to be a factor. I mean, that was the first thing that one young voter brought up as soon as I brought this referendum up to her was, oh yeah, well, housing, it's renters, and it's just, it's insane right now. So it's something that's not explained on the referendum questions that you'll see when you go into the ballot box on November 5th. So we're trying to do our best to explain the bigger impact here.
All right, well, Chris, thank you. Important stuff here, important stuff to know what you're voting for at the polls.
Yeah, sure is. There's a lot at stake.
All right, Chris, thank you. It is 6:39. The playoff opener for the Brewers didn't go their way. They will have to win the next two to keep their season alive. The Brewers started strong against the Mets, scoring 2 runs in the first inning. The first of those came from this RBI single from William Contreras. It's a good turnaround for Contreras, who has struggled recently. The Brewers led 4-3 entering the 5th inning. The Mets now brought in 1 run to tie it, and they kept going. Mark Vientos singled 2 right in similar fashion. That brought in 2 more of 5 runs they scored in that inning, and that's how it ended. The Mets win it 8-4. Now the Brewers have to win the next 2 games or they will be eliminated.
Oh, do or die for the Brewers already.
We don't want to see that happen. Not this early in the playoffs.
No, we certainly don't. All right, let's check into Savannah, see what's coming up in your forecast. Hey, Savannah.
Hey, guys. Wind speed's not a problem right now, but similar to yesterday, we'll see winds climb through the afternoon. We'll talk about how high those are going to go coming up.
And listen to that butter sizzle here at the grilled cheese stand at the World Dairy Expo. We're learning a little bit more about the impact of sales alone right here in this tent and why you should come check it out next, live in the 608.
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Why pay more for the same weights at other gyms when you can save tons at Planet Fitness? Save $28 or more when you join today for just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness, Strong Choice.
I'm a nurse in Wisconsin, and my patients don't want politicians like Eric Hovde making their healthcare decisions.
I am totally opposed to abortion.
Hovde means what he says about opposing reproductive rights.
Eric Hovde supported overturning Roe v. Wade, which led to an abortion ban in Wisconsin.
And that's a ban with no exceptions for rape or incest.
What Hovde supports criminalizes abortion and doctors like me.
We need to vote against Eric Hovde.
Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
Need to update your landscaping? Got an 11% rebate on the whole project at Menards. And add the finishing touch with your 11% rebate. How will you spend your rebate?
Save big money at Menards.
He murdered a father of 3, sentenced to life in prison. Kamala Harris pushed to use tax dollars to pay for his sex change.
I made sure that they changed the policy so that every transgender inmate would have access.
It sounds insane because it is insane. Kamala was the first to help pay for a prisoner's sex change.
The power that I had, I used it in a way that was about pushing for the movement, frankly, and the agenda.
Kamala's agenda is they, them, not you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Fentanyl is killing over 1,000 people a year in Wisconsin. New reporting shows that Eric Hovde is doing business with a bank accused of links to the Mexican drug cartel. Banco Azteca loaded up $26 million in cash and flew it to Eric Hovde's bank in California. Other U.S. banks have cut ties with this Mexican bank, but Eric Hovde took their money. That's 26 million more reasons you can't trust Eric Hovde.
I'm Joan Balwig, and these days the cost to make Great-Grandma Balwig's Blue Ribbon banana bread is, well, just nuts. Wisconsin families are feeling the pinch of inflation, even on the basics. That's why I work to put dough back in your pockets. Led the effort to defend our family farms and pass the biggest tax cut in state history, because the only way to make life affordable again is to do what banana bread does and bring everyone to the table.
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Why pay more for the same weights at other gyms when you can save tons at Planet Fitness? Save $28 or more when you join today for just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness, strong choice.
We want to make sure that every child in Dane County has a warm coat to wear this winter, and we need your help.
Please donate new or gently used kid-sized winter coats at any Clinky Cleaners. They'll be cleaned for free.
And the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County will give them to kids in need right here where we live.
Don't have a kid's coat to give? Log on to Channel 3000 to make a financial donation.
Track our progress on News 3 Now and Magic 98.
Then donate to Coats for Kids.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Happy Wednesday morning and welcome back. Temperatures are going to be warmer than yesterday. I was happy to open my windows up yesterday, but it definitely was cooler and actually a few degrees cooler than normal. That won't be the case this afternoon. Temperatures are going to top out in the lower 70s or at least right near that 70-degree mark. I do think there's a good chance a few areas only make it up to 68 or 69 degrees, but it's going to be breezy. It's a cool start early this morning where so far morning temperatures have actually fallen into the 30s across some of southern Wisconsin. We've still only dropped to 41 at the airport, but winds are going to increase. Those not a problem right now. We actually have winds back out of the south or southwest. That'll warm us up with mostly sunny skies, but check out how high our wind gusts are going to rise through the afternoon. This is looking at about 3 to 4 p.m. Winds up to about 25 to even 30 miles per hour. So the winds will be similar to how they were yesterday, at least in the afternoon. Again, not a problem early this morning. Yesterday morning, it was pretty breezy out there. Temperatures, though, are going to climb to near 70 under mostly sunny skies. I do think we'll have a few clouds here and there through the overnight hours, but temperatures are only going to fall actually to near 50 tonight, so it will be warmer compared to what we're waking up with this morning. We're about 20 degrees cooler than just this time yesterday. Tomorrow, a warmer day where temperatures climb even further than those lower 70s, lower to even mid 70s. I think we'll top out at about 75. That's still not the warmest day out of the next several. That's actually looking at the first half of this upcoming weekend. Going to be pretty nice out there. Our next chance of rain, and then as clouds increase and expand across southern Wisconsin, that comes late Thursday night into early Friday morning. This is pushing about midnight to 1 a.m. Friday. Most of those showers, or at least the activity, starts northwest of here as a cold front nears our area. That then swings through and those showers move southeast of here. We clear out pretty quickly. Notice there's not a lot. It's not going to be widespread or long-lived, but that's really our next chance and only chance of rain over the next few days. So we could squeeze some out. Still abnormally dry to moderate drought conditions across southern Wisconsin, so we need it. Plenty of 70s in the forecast, but Monday and Tuesday a little cooler.
All right, Savannah, thank you. In the 608 this morning, the World Dairy Expo is officially underway in Madison.
And our Josh Breider is there at the Alliant Energy Center with what's happening this year. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. We're in the grilled cheese stand now at the World Dairy Expo, and they're opening up just a little early for us this morning. We've already got some that are being made as we speak at this time. We have Jake and Grace hanging out with us. Jake, I want to start with you because this is quite a process and really a team effort for all of you.
Yeah, there's about 75 student employees here that help out in the various tasks around the World Dairy Expo. At peak, we like to have about 20 in the grilled cheese stand here, but it really takes a team.
And this is all obviously going back into your club.
Yeah, this is split between the Badger Dairy Club and the UW-Madison Collegiate Farm Bureau. So this is our main source of funding throughout the year. So any trips or events we do, a lot of the funding comes from here.
And I can imagine you guys sell quite a few. Grace, how many are you at so far this week?
Yeah, we're sitting around 6,300 sandwiches right now, so definitely been busy around here, but super fun.
How do you plan for the week? Like, how do you know how many to be ready for?
Yeah, we really keep track of numbers, and we have great companies that we work with to get all of our supplies, so we can always get more as needed, order throughout the week. But it's just a guess, and we're usually pretty accurate, so. Of
course, you know, you change up the flavor a little bit every day. What are you making for us here this morning?
Yeah, this morning we're making Gouda, so very exciting flavor of the day today. Come and try it.
So you'll have different specials day by day?
Yep, so we have different cheese companies who so generously give us their cheeses to make during the day as our specialty cheese. So today is Havarti and Gouda. Tomorrow is aged cheddar, and then Friday is maple bacon cheddar, all donated from wonderful producers around Wisconsin.
Oh, I love that, and they all sound so good. So, Jake, obviously, I mean, this takes a team effort, and this is special for your club, and this is an opportunity for people to come support you.
Yeah, definitely. Come out, buy some grilled cheese, chocolate shake. And we couldn't be here without our generous sponsors also who helped make this possible.
And I love that, too. You have the chocolate shake as well, because that's what we're all about here in Wisconsin. We're about supporting our dairy, and there are so many ways to be able to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Chocolate shakes, chocolate milks, grilled cheese here, and we're using lots of butter.
All right, so Grace, what's the secret to making a good grilled cheese?
Oh, I think timing. Got to get the nice golden brown on the outside, cheese melted on the inside. Yeah.
You're looking pretty good so far. I can tell you've had some experience with this.
Yeah, just a little bit of practice the last few days, so definitely.
I love it. All right, so when can people come check you out here at the grilled cheese stand?
Yeah, we're open here 9 to 7 through Friday.
Awesome, and I know you guys had quite a line here yesterday, even ahead of opening.
Yeah, we had a line about a half hour before opening out the door. People were anxious to get some ham and cheese.
I believe it. Well, guys, thank you so much. You got one ready for me to bite here on live TV? Look at that. That looks like a pretty darn good grilled cheese here, guys. Are you jealous? In the 608, here we go. It's got to have that good crisp.
Nice.
It's all about the crunch. All about the crunch. How's the cheese? How's the cheese
guys.
tasting?
Look at that. Oh, it's so good, you guys. This is what breakfast is made for at the World Dairy Expo for sure.
Does it get much better than grilled cheese on a fall day? Maybe with some tomato soup.
So he's just missing his soup now. He just got to top it off.
Oh, the cheese bowl.
Steamy tomato soup would certainly help.
Oh, look at that.
Nice and melty. Ooh-wee. They know what they're doing. All right, go check out the World Dairy Expo this week at the Alliant Energy Center. All right, Josh Sprider, good to talk to you. We'll talk soon.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email us at inthe608@WISC-TV.com for a chance to be featured. And coming up in the morning sprint, when college students could benefit from phone use.
If you got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture. We'll show it on TV.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
4 years ago, rioters set this Minneapolis police station on fire, trying to burn me and my fellow police officers alive. Governor Tim Walz left us for dead. And Kamala Harris?
This is a movement, I'm telling you. Everyone beware. They're not going to let up, and they should not.
She raised millions to help bail rioters out of jail and supported defunding the police. Kamala sold cops out and put families at risk. Kamala Harris is too weak and too dangerous to be president.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Career politicians like Peter Barca will say anything to get elected. His latest negative ad against Brian Style, it's been called blatantly false. The truth, Style has always supported IVF. He co-sponsored a resolution supporting IVF. And Style backs legislation to help families afford IVF. Peter Barca can sling mud, but we deserve better than just another lying career politician.
I'm Brian Style, and I approve this message.
Sometimes the smallest cracks can cause the biggest chills, and something sinister is lurking in the shadows.
What was that?
To survive, they must seal their fate.
Not working.
With Feldco.
50% off Windows ends soon. Come now.
This fall, watch out for The Draft.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
This election is about two very different visions for our nation. One focused on the future, and the other focused on the past. When the middle class is strong, America is strong. Lowering the cost of living will be a defining goal of my presidency. I'll lower the cost of insulin and prescription drugs for everyone, and I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gouging on food. More than 100 million Americans will get a tax cut. We will end America's housing shortage by building 3 million new homes and rentals that are affordable for the middle class. Together, we will build an economy where everyone can compete and have a real chance to succeed. Now is the time to chart a new way forward.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Senator Baldwin claims she's doing something about the fentanyl crisis and says she got a major fentanyl bill passed. But Senator Baldwin is lying. The bill's main sponsor, Senator Tim Scott, had this to say.
As the primary sponsor, I've never had a single conversation with Tammy about this bill, period.
Career politicians like Senator Baldwin are always lying about something. Senator Baldwin, she's extreme, radical, and wrong.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Voters now have their first side-by-side look at the two vice presidential candidates. Governor Tim Walz and Senator J.D. Vance took to the debate stage last night. The debate focused on several key issues, including the economy, immigration, foreign policy, abortion, and gun violence. The running mates showed agreement with each other on several occasions. This comes 5 weeks before Election Day.
The Madison Fire Department investigating what caused a fire on the east side. It happened a couple nights ago. Crews responded to Felon Road for a report of a fire near the train tracks. When they got there, they found a large pile of logs on fire. Crews put the fire out to ensure no more hotspots remained. Nobody got hurt.
And the State Street pedestrian mall experiment will be ending after this month. Crews closed off a section of the street to vehicle traffic, which allowed several community events to take place there during the summer. City leaders have been collecting feedback about the experiment, and they will decide whether to regularly bring back the pedestrian mall.
Happening today, you'll have the chance to hear from the two candidates for Dane County Executive. Melissa Agard and Dana Pellavon will be at Madison Area Technical College for a forum. It's this afternoon at 12:30 to 2 at Truex Field campus. There will also be a live stream if you can't make it in person. Those details are on our website.
Israel is recovering after a large-scale missile attack from Iran. Iran calls the attack retaliation for Israel's ground offensive in Lebanon against Hezbollah. The Pentagon is now shoring up military support in the Middle East. The attack comes just ahead of the anniversary of Hamas's attack on Israel. 1,200 people died, and Hamas took over 100 people hostage. And giving college students 1 minute to check their phone could lead to higher test scores. Researchers with Southern Illinois University offered brief phone or technology breaks 15 minutes into class. Students averaged higher test scores and even used their phone less than those who were only given breaks to ask questions.
A Houston-based lawyer says that he will represent 120 people accusing music mogul Sean Diddy Combs of sexual misconduct. Attorney Tony Busby says that he expects to file the suits this month. He describes his clients as 60 men and 60 women. 25 of them say that they were minors at the time of the alleged misconduct. Combs has pleaded not guilty to federal charges related to sex trafficking.
Temperatures are going to be more spring-like than what we had yesterday, where we were only in the mid to upper 60s at best. 71, that's the forecast high today in Madison. 50 tonight, so it won't be as cool as what we're tracking early this morning. Might want to grab a jacket before heading out. Only sitting in the lower 40s. Some areas down to the 30s.
Yeah, gonna turn on that heat in the car this morning.
Absolutely.
Savannah, thank you.
We'll have another news and weather update in 30 minutes.